men can't get pussy anymore, so they're
You're telling me Andrew Tate can't get pussy?
He couldn't get pussy before. He's not a good looking dude. He's average. He could get some girls here and there, but there's levels to it. There's levels to making a woman fall in love.
Bro.
Okay. It's one thing getting some thoughts in the club to come back and give you pussy. It's another thing to have actual intimacy with the woman. Don't you believe that?
I've been married for over 20 years, bro. I've been married for 20 years. I got kids, bro. So I don't do that fucking degenerate shit. But to say a guy like Myron and a guy like Tate can't get anything,
Myron
that's nonsense.
Can get pussy in a club. No woman would notice Myron.
Okay, whatever you say.
We go in the club and he's standing next to me.
He's a multi-millionaire. He's a tall guy. I'm sure he can fucking pull.
And he's not a good-looking dude, and he's a dork. And he has no capacity to defend a woman. We've seen him box,
why would he defend a woman?
In any type of
For
way.
what reason?
In terms of her well-being. What type of man wants a zombie for a woman? All women, even though we know women have proclivities for multitasking because of, the corpus callosum is bigger in women, allows them to use the right and left side of the brain.
Men are smarter,
though. Multitask in the house. Yes.
Men are smarter, though.
When you look at overlapping bell curve distributions, men and women are generally the same IQ, hovering, plus or minus one standard deviation of the mean of 100.
You think men and women have the same IQ level?
IQ.
Look it up.
Listen,
we got a fact check right here.
No. They're roughly the same at 100, but the difference is that men's distribution on the bell curve is much flatter, meaning men occupy both ends of the spectrum. We're the dumbest in society and the smartest. And the smartest men in society are the ones that are being oppressed through these DEI mechanisms.
He actually is right. So according to ChatGPT, men are similar to women.
I would question that just because of my life experience. Listen,
your life experience with exceptional men.
I'm going to tell you this. With the exception of women who are born on the 7th, 16th, 25th, I don't think much of women's intelligence. I think they're a bunch of morons, in all honesty, and they rely too much on emotion and not enough on logic. You've seen too many stories out there where women say, yo, my husband's a great guy. He's loyal. He does everything, but I'm just missing something. And then they divorce him, and then in 6 months, they're fucking mad they divorced his ass.
What they're missing is consumption power because of these inverted value structures. This is what I'm talking about, and the necessity for a cultural revolution where we're inverting the manipulated corporate value structure, conspicuous consumption, being able to keep up with the Kardashians, and get back to human rational values, loyalty, bond, intimacy.
So feminism is garbage, right? Feminism is no good. Okay, outstanding.
The modern woman is dog shit. We all know that. Women now
are
1/5 of the women used to be in demand 5 times more out of the men.
What is the problem with what Myron says, though? What the problem with Myron says? Because he eventually says what the hell you just said a second ago.
The problem is that men are leaders. You look at our evolutionary our history, our responsibilities throughout our evolutionary history. Men have always been the providers, the protectors.
Not now.
Well, there's been an inversion. Because,
Why?
Because obviously these corporations want to be able to tax more workers. They want women in the workplace.
So it's feminism, right?
It's
feminism.
Feminism is one of the issues. It's all these grievance groups that started to merge with the rise of Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement.
I get that. What happens?
Along with the student protesters of Vietnam. These groups started to merge in the 60s. And this is part of what's called the Long March Through the Institutions, which was designed.
When feminists have kids? What happens?
I would say they
have no fathers around.
They tend to go to...
They have no fathers around.
They tend to resort back to objectivity towards
they
love. They
have no fathers around.
I mean,
what does that mean?
This is the biggest problem in our culture is single parenthood.
Okay, so you agree with that. So here's the problem. These men who are supposed to be leaders, they weren't raised by any men. They were raised by women. No woman can teach a boy how to become a man.
Exactly.
So when it comes, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. So we can't actually demand because these men who are raised by single mothers are beta males. How are you going to ask them to do stuff that an alpha male does when they're betas?
You're going to ask the leaders of society, the Myron Gaineses, the Fuentes.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.
This is the people with platforms to demonstrate more morality, to have more objectivity,
more morality,
in their ethics. Yes. You can't slander women and berate them and use these fucking petty tactics and expect them to follow your lead. Of course, as I identified,
I've never seen Myron slander a woman. He slanders whores. There's a big difference. Much big difference.
he promotes the idea that women should sit there, shut the fuck up, not speak unless spoken to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Women shouldn't have intellectual endeavors
Most
and
shouldn't.
personal
No.
development.
Most shouldn't.
So you don't think that your woman, your wife, who you claim to love more than anything, should be involved in your sense making and decision making?
Some decision making she's involved in.
Why wouldn't the person
Hold on.
closest to
You asked me
be
a
most
question.
involved?
You asked me a question. Let me answer
Go
it.
ahead.
When it comes to her personal decisions, what the kids eat, what the kids' health, where we buy, what couches we buy, stuff around the house. She makes all the decisions around the house. Me as a man, I make enough money so my woman doesn't work. And because my woman doesn't work, she doesn't answer to any other man
logical.
besides me. So I make sure my woman is at home. And because she doesn't work, she doesn't have stress. When she doesn't have stress, she's not masculine. That's what it comes down to. I want my woman at home. And guess what? When I do business with someone who comes over and does business in my house, my wife says hi, brings food to the table, and leaves. Because men are doing business. Just like you're here, I'm here, and our women aren't.
No, my woman is right over there.
Yeah,
I want her involved in everything I do.
She's not on the mic, bro. You're on the mic.
I derive so much inspiration from her presence, the beauty, the intelligence, the morality.
Notice what he said first? Notice what he said first? He said beauty. Notice he said that first?
That's why women
Exactly. So they are objective for their beauty, not their intelligence.
There's nothing more objectively beautiful in this world than the form of a woman.
Give it to me, bro.
Of course.
We'll agree on that.
Yes, but that's a limited perspective. Of course,
No, it's not.
Beauty isn't just skin deep.
That's what you just said.
External.
The first thing you said was beauty, though. It wasn't intelligence. It was beauty.
As Kanye says, there's nothing like a big-breasted, beautiful woman. The form of a woman is objectively true, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't have compassion for women given their the male proclivity for dominance. All in the market, the free market.
Dominate.
The masculine traits get selected for in the open market. Men are more analytical. We're more left brain thinking. Logical. We're more linear thinking. The lateralization of our brain allows us to lock in and be isolated and develop ourselves to the extent that we're producing, that we're bringing forth products that create genuine interest in the market. This is the problem. We need a government that's big enough to bind the predatory aspects of the market, these corporate and pharmaceutical companies that are bigger than the government and hijacking our minds.
You do understand that fascism is the government and the fucking corporations together.
And
so that's what you want.
We need the best of us as Americans with our American first interests at hand, controlling these corporate and pharmaceutical
what's America
companies.
first to you? Nick Fuentes, what's America first to you?
America first to me is right now understanding the geopolitical spectrum, the effects of rapid urbanization after the Industrial Revolution with inevitable demographic population collapse arising in every country but America.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.